My name's Donald Trump, and I'm the largest real estate developer in New York. Well, New York is doing great. I will tell you, whether it's 40 Wall Street or whether it's Trump Tower or any of the other things that we own. Every time something comes up in New York, I want to buy it, and I bid, and I say I'm going to get it because I'm way overpaying.
Mr. Trump may lie, but numbers don't lie. He engaged in repeated, persistent acts of fraud.
Continuation of the single greatest witch hunt of all time.
The Trump Organization repeatedly committed fraud, and Trump misrepresented his own wealth by billions of dollars.
This video is brought to you by Houzeo, America's most advanced home buying and selling platform. Americans across the nation are saving on commissions with Houzeo.com. You can too. Check out Houzeo.com on the web or the Houzeo mobile app.
Donald J. Trump, the man who redefined real estate, or the mastermind behind a multi-billion-dollar illusion? If you've ever invested in Trump real estate in New York, you may want to pay attention. Former president and real estate tycoon Donald Trump is in the news again, but for all the wrong reasons. New York's Attorney General Letitia James is suing Trump, his business crew, his sons, and the Trump Organization for financial fraud. If James has her way, Trump wouldn't be able to conduct business in New York. His business licenses may get cancelled, and his assets dissolved. Let's look at what's going on. The billion-dollar illusion. James started investigating Trump back in 2019. In over 3 years, her office has interviewed 65 witnesses and reviewed millions of pages of documents. Her claim? Donald Trump cooked the books, inflating his assets to score better business deals and pad his net worth by a staggering $3.6 billion. $3.6 billion. But is there any substance behind her allegations?
There cannot be different rules for different people in this country or in this state. And former presidents are no different.
The gavel drops. It's not just hot air. Key players in Trump's circle are spilling the beans. Take Trump's ex-attorney, Michael Cohen, for example. He's testified under oath that Trump's team jacked up the values of his assets to snag a higher spot on Forbes' billionaire list. Jeff McConney, the former comptroller and co-defendant in this case, also testified he inflated the value of some Trump properties. The evidence has been compelling enough that Judge Arthur Engoron's already dropped the gavel. He is holding Trump and his associates liable for fraud. Let's break it down with some numbers. In 2015, Trump claimed that the Trump Tower triplex cost a mind-boggling $327 million. He said the property was spread over 30,000 square feet, but some reports allege it is just under 11,000 square footage. Trump's executives claimed his celebrity boosted his triplex value. Then there's 40 Wall Street. Trump pegged it at $530 million. While independent appraisers reportedly saw it as less than half of that. The worst one yet, Trump's Park Avenue condo. He valued it at $50 million, from an earlier estimate of around $750,000. These numbers aren't just about bragging rights. The AG's attorney claims Trump raked in almost $100 million from these fabricated numbers. The AG's office says those false valuations got him sweeter interest rates, and banks unwittingly took on millions of dollars worth of risk based on his real estate portfolio.
That the former president committed widespread fraud. The judge determining Trump lied for years about his net worth by inflating the value of his real estate portfolio. The judge finding the evidence so overwhelming, they don't need to go to trial.
Reportedly, one of his most prolific lenders has been the Deutsche Bank, with almost $2 billion issued as loans. As this legal showdown unfolds, Trump's not holding back on social media, slamming the case as un-American on his platform, Truth Social.
And this rogue judge, a Trump hater, the only one that hates Trump more is his associate up there.
In response, Judge Engoron slapped a gag order on Trump on just day 2 of the trial.
Oh boy, Donald Trump is already facing a limited gag order in his New York civil fraud trial, and it is only day 2.
What happens if Trump is found guilty in the civil trial? There will be no prison time, but a hefty financial penalty could be looming. Judge Engoron, in a pre-trial judgment ruling, cancelled Trump and his associates' business certificates. He also assigned an independent receiver for the dissolution of properties. The New York appeals has paused this process, but the situation is still uncertain. The future of Trump's New York properties will depend on Engoron's judgment. Trump may be forced to sell off some of his properties to pay the court.
She came back and she said, well, now I'll go back to get Trump again. And this is what we have. It's a scam. It's a sham. Just so you know, my financial statements are phenomenal.
This case is just one of many legal hurdles Trump faces. With multiple indictments in the past 6 months, Trump's legal woes are far from over. What do you think? Will Trump survive this storm in New York? Tell us in the comments.